What is up, guys? It's JC, and today we're gonna be talking about a story time that happened to me not that long ago. It was like literally like 2 weeks ago, and yeah, I think it would be an interesting one. This story is about me taking shrooms for the first time. Obviously, disclaimer: please do not do this. All right, do not do anything that I said in this video. Um, Drugs are bad. Everything is bad, and whatever I did in this story time, please do not do. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So this story time takes place around like 2 weeks ago, around Wednesday, and 2 weeks prior to that, we actually just like in a group together, we decided, me and my buddies, that we wanted to try some shrooms. Obviously, we need to get the money for that. So 2 weeks after that, I like they hit me up, right? And they were like, "Yo, bro, are you down to buy some shrooms with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, of course." Like, I never tried this out. I've tried acid before, and that's also a psychedelic. And I thought I was feeling pretty confident, to be honest. Acid is way stronger than mushrooms, and that's what I tried in like what age 15 ish around there. So I was feeling pretty confident, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm down to buy some shrooms like sometime soon." And he's like, "Are you trying to buy them today?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm actually super down." And he was also texting another friend. Let's call him Matthew, right? Matthew, he couldn't get the money in time, so it was just me and my other buddy. Let's call him Adrian, right? So me and Adrian and Matthew, we all got together. We all like it was around 9ish in the afternoon. We went to Matthew's house actually, and you know, I paid my boy, which he paid in advance, right? Because I only had cash or whatnot. I paid him the money back. He showed us the shrooms, and we were actually pretty excited. Not gonna lie, a little bit nervous because everything is unexpected, right? So we go on, we look at the shrooms, and we didn't even measure it. Like we didn't even do like the procedures we're supposed to do this thing like right, and yeah, we were pretty stupid. We just eyeballed it. We all got like a big chunk, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of said like a little joke. I'm like, ugh, this shit has some mold on it. And my friends looked at me all stupid and they were like, well, no shit, bro. Like, these are shrooms, bro. Like, they're fungus. Obviously, like, it's fungus, right? So we went ahead, we got it, like, we all each got like an equal amount of shrooms, right? Like, we all thinking, like, oh, this is just a gram. And beforehand, all of this, my friend Matthew, he actually like he was telling us about his trip, like his trip beforehand. Like he tried shrooms before, I guess, and then he was like, "Yo, these shrooms don't really hit that hard. We're gonna have to take like 4 grams." I was like, "Bro, I'm pretty sure that 1 gram is enough." And then the other buddy, he also butted in. He was like, "Bro, we should try 4 grams, bro. That maybe these shrooms won't really hit like that strong." And I looked at him and I'm like, "Bro, to be honest, we should do it the safe way, microdose it, make sure that it is like enough, right?" So we all took like a gram each, like we waited and waited, and keep in mind, these shrooms tasted awful, dude. They tasted so bad, like literal shit, like literally poop. And it was so weird when I was like chewing it up. And I have braces, right? So the mushrooms were like literally on my braces, so like the taste would not go away. And me and my buddies, we all looked at each other and we were like pretty excited. So we let the time go by. Like we were listening to music. We're over here playing some video games or whatnot. And my buddy, he started feeling it, and I wasn't really feeling it all that good yet. But he was like the last one to eat his shrooms. So me and my buddy, Adrian, we looked at each other and we were like, bro, this is kind of trash. Like, it's hitting him, but it's not really hitting us. Keep in mind, me and Adrian, like, we have pretty high tolerance with like smoking weed or whatnot. So, thinking of that, we had the stupidest idea of taking more. And, yeah, big mistake. Literally, like 5 minutes after we took the second round of shrooms, me and my buddy started looking at each other and we were like, yeah, the first round is starting to hit. And maybe taking the second round was probably not a good idea. And I started waving my hands around. I remember specifically, I started waving my hands around and I started seeing like the after image of my hand. And I was like, oh, damn, this is, this is pretty cool, right? But at this point, I'm a little freaked out because I know that I took a second round of shrooms and the first round of shrooms are starting to kick in. And I knew it that this took on full effect when, like, I don't know how to explain it, but a wave of trip like hit me and I looked like I looked like I was crazy, bro. I was like, whoa. And then like my friends looked at me and then they were like, yeah, it's starting to hit. And to be honest, I was kind of getting a little freaked out, but I was kind of not because, I'm around people I trust. I'm with my buddies. They won't judge me. I won't judge them. But it will be a little bit embarrassing. But at the same time, we're all taking this shroom trip together, and it will be like pretty fun to experience with them. And at this point, I'm like stuck in my head, and my buddy, um, Adrian, he's like literally playing this game. I legit don't know what it is. It's a game where like you carry like these boxes around in like Earth or something. Like like you're the guy from The Walking Dead, and like you're like moving around these boxes, right? And I remember specifically looking at the grass in the game, and it weirded me out. Like weirded me out so bad. I started feeling like overwhelmed from all this sensation and all these visuals. Oh, the visuals are kicking in, and the fucking visuals started kicking in like as soon as the startup screen kicked in. Like it was like it started like something like an infant, and he like grew bones, skin, muscle, and like it was so weird. I can't even explain how it was, bro. But that intro was so weird to that game. But anyways, going back to the grass thing, I remember like my game is the one playing it. My buddy, I mean, he's the one playing this game, and like I was like being overwhelmed by all the moving he was doing in the game, and the guy is like falling because like you had to like keep some type of like balance to the game or whatnot. And yeah, it kind of freaked me out, dude. And I was like looking around the room, and like he had like like these lights on, like these party lights, and it was kind of tripping me out, right? And at some point I remember I was like kind of like dancing. I was like having a big vibe, bro. Like the anxiousness completely went away. The shrooms are on full effect, and I'm over here having a good time, bro. Like I'm over here, like my friends over here making fun of me or whatnot, but like I'm over here like not really caring. I'm having a good vibe. I'm having fun with my buddies, and I remember at some point, like an hour later, like we went outside. We went outside and we just wanted to like walk around, but since it's already like 11 at night at this point, it was already 11 and it was pretty dark. So the only thing we could have done is like really is to like stand outside and just like have a little conversation, right? And I remember I wasn't really paying attention to what they were saying. Like they went inside the car and I was out. I was like kind of staring at the sky, And I remember like thinking, I'm like, bro, this is like straight up darkness, like abyss, like kind of freaky stuff, right? And like we're like basically nothing, and like all these like conspiracies of like our planet, and like we're basically like nothing, like we're a speck of nothingness. It was kind of freaking me out because like I'm staring at the void, like staring at the void of the sky basically. And my friends called me out of it. He was like, "Hey bro, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah bro, I'm just like having a big trip, like this is like a huge freaking trip bro. Like I think we kind of need to go inside because like being outside kind of freaked me out, and being inside made me feel a little bit better." Once we went inside, I remember that my friend Matthew, he was like staring over at me, and he was like, "Are you comfortable where you're sitting at?" And I was sitting like on a regular chair, like those, like I guess like those wooden chairs, or plastic chairs. I don't really quite remember what it was, but it was a hard chair. But I didn't really mind it because like I'm on shrooms and I don't really feel anything or anything right now. So I guess he thought that I was feeling uncomfortable, and he proceeded to like get this big chair, bro. I'm gonna see if I could find a photo of the chair, but I remember as soon like he brought it in and he was kind of struggling because it's kind of a big chair, dude. Once he put it down, I kind of sat on it, and as soon as I sat on it, I just sunk in, bro. Like I sunk in, and I was like, yeah, bro. I think I could like, I'll be very comfortable for the rest of my trip. I kind of was started thinking. I was like, am I gonna be able to go home at this point? And I kind of looked at my friend Matthew, and I kind of asked him, I'm like, "Hey, bro, you think I could like stay over the night, you know?" And he was like, he was actually pretty comfortable with it at that time. But at like, I told him if I could get like a blanket or something, but like a blanket that he didn't like use in his bed, cause he was a he was he was some else. But that's besides the point. I wanted a cleaner blanket, and I was asking him if I could get a blanket. And I guess like at this point, like he started to get like super overwhelmed. Like he had, like I said, he has ADHD, so like he would like move around a little bit, a little too much. And at this point, me and my friend looked at each other, and then we're like, yeah, he's probably not like gonna have a very good time right now. And like I saw that, and then like me and my buddy, like we knew that like yeah, for sure we couldn't stay over, and like we are probably gonna have to sober up and go home. And then not soon later, like my buddy Matthew, like he said that like he was feeling a little sick, and he proceeded to go into the restroom and like start to throw up, I guess, right? And me and my other friend, like we looked at each other and we were like, yeah, I think it's time to go. And at this point, like I was kind of feeling bad because like I didn't want to leave my friend alone to like trip out balls, I guess. And like we went in, and then we asked him, I'm like, yo, bro, like we know that you're a little overwhelmed right now, so we're just gonna go home and like let you be, like see if you could like comfort yourself, I guess, right? And he was honestly pretty good with it. Like he was actually kind of down for that. Like he wanted to be alone, and me and my friend actually respected that. And then yeah, me and my friend proceeded to go home. He was gonna drop me off to my house, and I knew that the shrooms were wearing off. Like it was starting to wear off a little bit. But as soon as we hit my block, another wave of shroom hit me, bro. And I think it was the second like batch of shroom that me and my other buddy took. And yeah, it started to hit as soon as we went on my block. And I went home. I told my guy like, "Hey, bro, drive safe. Like we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the rest of the mushrooms soon enough. And I dab him up, tell him be safe, and we're gonna text our other friend in the morning once he feels a lot more better. So I go inside my house and I lay down, like I hug my pillow, and I just boom, like face flat on my bed. And for some reason I sunk into my bed and I tried sleeping at some point, but I really couldn't because the visuals were like kicking in so hard. Like the visuals were hitting me so hard that I couldn't really go to sleep. I looked around my room and everything looked so weird. And keep in mind, I'm in the dark, bro. I'm in the dark and like I'm looking around my room and I have this big poster in the middle of my room. Like it's a like a purple female, like it's a trippy like type of poster. And I remember staring at it and it's about like this purple girl, I guess, and she's rolling up like some weed. And like I remember staring at it, and I kid you not, she was kind of rolling it up. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like she was like kind of licking the blunt and everything, bro. But obviously she wasn't. But like the little visuals like made it move around, so it made it look like she was kind of like licking up the blunt to like wrap it up. And yeah, at that point, I knew I couldn't go to sleep, so I kind of stood up, and it was hot, dude. It was like steaming hot, and I knew that I had to turn on the air. And as soon as I had that thought, it's like I kind of teleported. Like it felt like I teleported to turn on the air, and then I teleported back to bed, and it was so weird, bro. It felt so weird. And as soon as I lay down again, like I lasted like a whole hour tripping balls. Like I knew at some point I was like, cause my little sister, she's like training to be a nurse or whatnot, and yeah, like I knew I wanted to call out for her for at some point, but I was like, nah, I know I'm just tripping, right? My bad, the hiccups. I'm just tripping, right? And like for some reason I still wanted to call out for her, but I didn't. Thank God I did not call out for her, dude. And yeah, I just like had to suck it up and just like lay there. Like legit just lay there, have my trip and literally finish the trip. And by like 2 in the morning, like it was starting to wear off, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be on my computer for a little bit. And I typed out, I don't know why I typed out like my little experience, but I typed it out, just in case. And yeah, like after that, I started feeling a little normal. Like the bring down of the shrooms actually felt better than the come up of the shrooms, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I felt happier. I was motivated, and I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm gonna switch my life around for this, and I'm gonna make a story time about this video about today, and like now I'm here. So moral of the story is, don't try anything that I said in this video, obviously for obvious reasons. And yeah, um don't eyeball it. Okay, do not eyeball if you are gonna do it. Be safe or whatnot. Obviously, please don't do it. But if you are, have some friends and a good space, because it's gonna be very, very important. And yeah, don't take another dosage of whatever you're doing, because it might hit in 5 minutes or so, and that's a very lesson well learned. And yeah, that was my today's story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like and subscribe if you liked it. Peace out.